So there is a question. I have been on the path to awakening for several decades, ever since I was a child. I have had a few glimpses of the light within, and I am so grateful. But I guess I am also very much in the stage of being thrown in and out of consciousness, slowly accepting the turbulence of my ego mind. My biggest obstacle now is that my ego mind judges uncritical beliefs, religion, spiritual sects, etc. It thinks it is scary to be brainwashed. And so that is where I am. But accepting that too, everything will come with time if it is right, I believe. At least I have comfort in no forcing. So the question is the moment larger when shared? For instance, I watch the sunset. I am fully present. I become the sun. It is so beautiful. The present moment is. But when I watch it with my husband next to me, he is somewhere else in his thoughts, and I get a deep longing for shared moments, for a witness to what I am experiencing. I lose the moment due to his reactive pattern. Opposite, if he is really present, happens once in a while, I feel a heightened energy, maybe akin to two similar wavelengths meeting, they amplify. Often, when I meet other people that are present, I feel seen, accepted, held, that I have a witness. It feels safe and free. My body longs for that safety, for that witness. It is a deep feeling that I do not know whether I can trust. Is it real, the longing, or is it yet another reactive pattern? I saw your talk and I'm working on respecting his path. But when that causes him suffering and our family a lot of turbulence, he forgets things all the time, is on his phone a lot of time. There is always a crisis at work. He gets his health issues because of this. He is late, lies about small things, etc. That is very human, and we all are human. I understand that, but my body is getting tired of turbulence associated with these patterns of unconsciousness. That said, he is also very kind, handsome, works hard, and I love him. And we do get glimpses together of witnessed moments, and they are beyond words to describe how beautiful they are, though only maybe once a week. It is a challenge for me at the moment to accept him when I see so clearly how his unconsciousness causes so much turbulence and unnecessary detours. I am also afraid that the answer to my deep longing is that I have to set my own boundaries, decide whether I want to live around that turbulence. I am scared that I will make a mistake, and so I am stuck somehow in this limbo and reaching out to you. It can be difficult with people. But you see, we do not have the power to change anybody. I have been married for 15 years to my wife, and I feel that I have only recently fallen in love with her. You see, it is just like this, that when one partner gets to see a glimpse of the reality and the other partner is still caught up in the world, mundane world affairs, troubles, the partner that has seen the light, that has glimpsed the truth, is extremely eager to make their feelings known to the other person. And they also expect them to validate those feelings. They want to enjoy those moments with the other partner. But you see, we all have our own respective destinies. It was your destiny that you saw the light as a child, as you mentioned. It was your destiny that you saw the glimpse. And that changed something within you and put you on this path where you are at a stage where you are questioning uncritical beliefs, as you mentioned, religion, spiritual sects, etc., which is a very natural thing. But you see, your husband may not be on the same wavelength because that is his destiny. Now, I would say that if you share wonderful moments with each other, then you certainly can communicate your concerns to him, but not in a forceful manner, but in a kind and loving way. And sometimes, with time, things resolve. But if something is too uncomfortable, if you feel that things are absolutely not working out, then of course you need to rethink what is to be done. Because this message will not tell you to stay in a relationship or leave a relationship. That is a decision you have to take. Things had been a lot turbulent between me and my wife for many years, but something kept us together. That respect for each other, that trust was always there. In my 15 years of marriage, I never suspected my wife of infidelity or any such thing, and neither did she. And there was a level of trust which was always there. Of course, we have issues like all married couples. We do have our issues. But you see, they are just issues. And my wife is not into spirituality, is not into philosophy. She's a baker. She does not know about my subject, and I do not know about her subject. But she respects my feelings and my sentiments towards whatever I do. And she is a support. And I also support her in her work. So sometimes, couples, they come to a stage in life where they have to give each other a bit of space to work out things. Maybe it could be that your husband is a bit stressed about something. Maybe it is some energetic pattern going on within him that needs to be sorted out. And while you can be present for him, you can tell him that, I'm present, I'm here if you need anything. But forcing or trying to change him will actually make him more aloof. it will make him more stressed. So sometimes just giving a little bit of space and just focusing on oneself. Now, from your profile, I can see that you are a teacher. So maybe at this time, the energy that you have within you, you say, my body longs for that safety, for that witness. Now, see that energy of confusion, that energy of conflict, and divert that movement into a different direction. That is the choice we have. That much free will we have, that we can choose to divert that energy thinking about me, what will happen to me, what will be my fate, in the other direction. Maybe double down on your teaching, maybe focus more on your work, maybe do something, do some social work, or engage in activities which help you grow as a person. Now you have to ask this question to yourself sincerely, that is your mind really caught up in this um, in this whole way of thinking where you want to be seen, heard? Now, of course, that is a genuine human need, to be heard, to be seen, to be validated. That is a genuine human need. But when it becomes compulsive in nature, that is when the suffering arises. And the message says that the other is not there to fulfill us. That is a wrong romantic notion that has been fed to us by the media, by the culture, by the society, that the other is there to complete us. You don't need to be witnessed because you are the witness. The body that you talk about is nothing but a sensation, it is a feeling, it is an arising. It will arise and it will subside. You already are a witness of that. You are a witness of your confusion. You are not the confusion. But when you limit yourself to the confusion, you will be always scared. You will be in a state of fear. What if I get brainwashed? What if somebody takes advantage of me? What if I'm never happy? What if my marriage breaks? What if I remain alone for the rest of my life? Am I taking a right decision or am I taking a wrong decision? You see, mind gets caught up in this whole entanglement of thinking. This thinking mind does not solve anything, it is only there to perpetuate itself. This is the ego mind. It is not seeing what is, it is seeing what should or should not be. It is preoccupied with what should or should not be. And preoccupation means anxiousness. So, what happens is that we project a future fantasy, and all future fantasies have a component of anxiousness associated with them, because we feel that we must have a perfect, picture perfect life. Yes, I understand that it is beautiful that when your husband is fully engaged with you and watching the sunset, it is beautiful. But you see, to have that expectation that that will always be the case is also an egoic thought. But when you understand that all human beings have their unique challenges, you see things in broader perspectives. Just like you have your own journey, your own thinking, your own alignments, your own proclivities, similarly, your husband also has his own stuff to deal with. So I would say that start by being there. Tell him that if you need anything, I'm here. Yes, I understand it can be sometimes very frustrating when you are completely absorbed in the moment and the other person is scrolling on social media or WhatsApp or whatever is there on the phone. But the question is why their unconsciousness bothers us. That is the big question. Why are we so dependent on their behavior? Why do we feel that only when they do certain things, I am going to feel relieved? You know, there's a friend of mine who's like an elder brother, a spiritual teacher, and he is friends with Eckhart. So one day he was sitting with Eckhart and they were having a conversation, and he asked him, he said, my mother is getting old, and his father had passed on when he was a teenager. He says, what happens if my mother also leaves now? So Eckhart was quiet. Then he again said that what happens if all of my loved ones leave, if all of them die or something happens to them? What will happen then? And then Eckhart said, when everything is gone, when nobody is left, that is what enlightenment is. And the first sutra of the Shiv Sutra is that there is no one of yours except you. The roles are assigned to us by the society. The roles of a wife, husband, mother, daughter, son, sister. These are roles assigned to us by the society, and it's not that they are not important, but they are not the truth. And all the feelings that we create, there is a component of reality to them, but they are again not the truth. A feeling itself is a reaction of memory, it's a response of memory. So, what happens is that the feeling arises, and then arises this sense of separate identification. That I am this separate person who is small, limited, and when I have others around me, my friends, my husband, my parents, then I feel safe. Then I feel fulfilled. Then I feel happy. Only then spiritual life has meaning, otherwise, spiritual life has no meaning. That is imposing a condition on oneself. That is believing in the limitations of the body. So when you see yourself as the limited body, you see other also as the limited body. But when you go beyond the body, what you see is something very potent. Your being. And the nature of your being is happiness. And your being is not separate from your husband's being or from any being in the world or from God's being, the infinite being. So you are God's being, that is the reality. And once your mind turns totally inward and you discover that, then there will be no need for any witness. There will be no need of any support. Because deep, deep down, there is a knowing that the being is indestructible, that the nature of being is peace and happiness, which cannot be acquired by anything outside. So that is what yoga means. Yoga means to join. Join what? Join what is limited with the unlimited. And that is when the limited becomes the unlimited. So I would say that continue on your path and use that energy of confusion, the energy of longing, the energy of desire. Use that in a direction which gives you true fulfillment, which you believe you were born for. Maybe you were born for spreading the message of peace. Maybe not through this teaching, maybe through another teaching, maybe through another method. Doesn't matter what the teaching is, what the method is. The thing is that channeling of energy through that activity should make you peaceful, should give you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of deeper meaning to life. Otherwise, the mind knows how to entangle itself. So it will keep you trapped in this cycle of pain and pleasure. If your mood is dependent on your husband's mood or on the mood of other people who are around you, then you're truly not free. The freedom that you seek is not outside, it is within you. It is right here in this moment. Once you see it, then you don't need anything to complete yourself because you are wholeness that you seek. So I hope I have answered your question.